I'm on Lisa's computer, so I'm recording her computer.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, I'm gonna mute you guys for a minute. Beck, you can unmute when you're done, okay? When I'm done. All right. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to our Thursday night call. I'm excited to be on. Somebody sounds like they're squeaking. It sounds like a little mouse. If you can mute yourself, I'm going to mute everybody, and then I'll unmute as we go. Doesn't it sound terrible? I think it's gone now. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, welcome to our Thursday night call. It's been an awesome week, an awesome just month, to be honest with you. And I'm still excited. I'm running until what? When's the first? I don't even know. See,
Tuesday.
I'm like, I don't know, Tuesday. So, because we have other people that are close to rank advance, and I think there's going to be some people that are just made ranks and are going to go to the next rank before the end of the month. There's just people are calling, and like yesterday, I'm going to have Becky and Chris talk tonight, but you know, I've really experienced the excitement of just the internet, just social media in general. And one of the things that social media has really done for me is made me aware of is that there's the majority of people out there, as I told Becky today, I did a call for her with some of her students, is that nobody knows about this. I was at a entrepreneur. You guys heard Nicholas last week. Nobody knows about this. Nicholas just started on all our products. I enrolled a professional skier on all our products. These are people I've never met before in my life, you guys. It's a really true fact that old saying is that you're the sum of the people that you spend the most time with. If you're, and this is all about building relationships. We're going to be $1 billion company in 5 years, with or without any of us. Some of us just have chosen for us to be a part of that. I mean, and I'm just because I'm really encouraged. If you just came on, please mute your line, please. Some of you guys are not muted. Let me just unmute you guys here. All right, I'm going to mute all, and then I'll unmute. Okay. All right. So you guys can hear me okay, right? Okay, Quantranon. All right. Hopefully you guys can. Becky, give me thumbs up if you can. Okay, good. All right. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I know people that are in this business that get this product and tell a lot of people about it. And they're finally starting to realize really what this is. And so what Lisa and I have realized a lot about this is that besides a lot of people not knowing about it, a lot of people are not understanding the magnitude of it. And so as I was saying with Becky today, we were talking to some of our students, and they were asking a lot of good questions. And there's people in other countries that are begging to get our products. Like Becky and I were talking to a young lady in France today, and she's like, when are we going to get Pro Tandem in France, right? And guys, we're launching I don't know if you guys saw the Mexico meetings, 300 and 400 people. I mean, really? Like, you know, and we're struggling to get 10 and 15 in meetings here, guys. They get it. One of the things I know that I like about that is they don't have the FDA. And, you know, I shared this with some of Becky's people. You know, the old technology way would have probably had my dad very sick. He was sick 5 years ago. And when I looked at him just a couple weeks ago now when he was here, he's 80. He's on no meds, which Becky can tell you, being on no meds at 80 just does not happen. He's in the upper 1 percentile of people his age. 99% of people over the age of 80 are on some type of medications, multiple ones. And my dad was that way 5 years ago. So my encouragement for you guys tonight is I actually happened to be reading a little bit of John Maxwell today, and I opened up the chapter. And if you guys don't know, this next month, if you've signed up for the 15 Laws of Growth, it's starting. And if you haven't, you have till the end of the month to sign up for it. You can go in your back office and sign up for it, or you can go on lifevantage.com and click on and sign up there. But guys, I'm reading about the law of intentionality, and I just lost my spot here. Okay, I got it back now. And one of the things I like, it said, a time comes when you need to stop waiting for the man or woman you want to become and start being the man or woman that you want to become. And then it says, outside of my faith, the decision to grow has impacted my life more than others. And John says in the very beginning of this, and if a lot of you guys remember, Brandon and Lynette spoke on this at our convention, says the law of diminishing intent says, the longer you wait to do something you know you should do, the greater the odds that you will never actually do it. And so one of the great quotes that I liked during the sessions that we taught on the laws of growth was, when you get attached to people saying no, it's about you. When you're not attached to them, then it's about the other person. And after doing this for 6 years, and like Becky said today, she said, Michael, you've been doing this a lot longer than us for 6 years. Why don't you tell the story? That's how we should be doing it. We should not be telling our people and our prospects. We should just be showing them how excited we are and getting them on the phone with somebody else, getting them on a 3-way phone call, getting them on a webinar. I signed up a lot of customers this week because all as I did was I took them from watching videos and looking at the articles to being on a Zoom meeting just like this, and I didn't say a word, right? When I had the professional skier, Scott Christman, on, I didn't say a word. I just watched what Calvin, my friend Calvin, was doing, and the old saying, show the clip and zip your lip, right? And so that's what I did. I showed a couple videos to Scott. He's like, today I did it with another guy named Jim Eggerson. He's a very successful 6-year-old guy, made a lot of money in real estate and investing. And he said, after I showed him the ABC clip, he said, well, what's happened since then? And a lot of people ask that question, right? So I said, let me show you another short video. Do you have 15 minutes? And he said, yes. So I showed him Dr. Benny's video on NRF1 and NRF2. And he said, oh my God. He said, did I just hear what I thought I heard? And I was like, yeah, you have a medical doctor who's been in practice for 40 years, had a mindset shift change. And so this is my perfect leeway into Becky talking a little bit. So most of you have talked to Becky. I've heard Becky before, but I wanted her to come on tonight just because I'm super impressed by her as a person. I'm super impressed by what she does for impacting people's lives. But she had to have a mind shift when this started. And let's just say it like it is. There's certain people that we connect with, certain people that we don't connect with. You know what I tell people? If you don't connect with me, or you don't connect with Becky, or you don't connect with Chris, find somebody you connect with. Because guess what? You can, I thought I muted everybody, and I'm trying to figure out why I don't have. Guys, if you are not muted, please mute yourself, because somebody is unmuted and it's coming from somewhere. Okay, there we go. I just couldn't figure out where that was coming from. But so I asked Becky just to come on a little bit and talk about where she, and by the way, congratulations are in order. Becky just reached Pro 3 today with still, like I say, 4 or 5 days left in the month, and we're going to keep working. I told her that, it's kind of funny when Brandon reached Pro 10, and I think they put like $60,000 worth of volume in 3 days. And the natural mind says, no way, right? And all as they did is they had a bunch of people that were out there exposing, and making an impact on other people's lives. And I remember I did like 5 calls for people that night of people who were just on the fence, and 4 of the 5 people signed up. And so it's just an act of doing. So I wanted Becky just for 5 or 10 minutes just to talk about her experience of what she's experienced just in a couple months, really, of being involved, and how she went from loving the product to really loving LifeVantage and loving the people. So Becky, take it away.
Thank you so much.
I'll be quiet.
Well, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you say like mindset really is everything, intentionality, because I came into this very reluctantly because I got exposed to the product from one of my clients taking it. And it's actually Wendy who's on here. And so I've had some negative experiences with network marketing, so I wasn't really excited to jump right in. And I came in with a lot of different preconceived mindset just based on my past experience with other network marketing companies. I also felt like I didn't have the time because I am a very busy girl helping people with their health, running a holistic school. The last thing I need is another 3rd business to run. And I think that, when you go through life and you look at certain opportunities that come your way and you're looking at them, you think you're making an objective decision. But so much of how we see our life is colored by our past experience, our belief systems, and that can get in the way. And we really don't see things objectively, and we really have a hard time making a really clear decision based on the facts right in front of us. And so because of my past experience, I wasn't really excited about this, but the product was amazing. And it's just been an opportunity for me to be real and ask some really hard questions and be like, okay, if this product is something that I need to get into my clients' hands because it's life-changing, then what do I need to shift here to make that happen? Because I believe so much in this product, and I really believe that, this is going to really make a huge difference in people's lives. And I really do believe that this could be a great opportunity for me to have a passive residual source of income. And so for me just to shoot it down because of my past experiences is not a fair assessment of the situation. And I really just had to be open and be willing to have a better mindset and be looking more forward thinking and less based on my past experience, and really give this a chance. And I'm so glad I did, because then right before all this happened, I ran across Mike, and he's been such a support to me and helping me to train other practitioners, get them signed up in LifeVantage. And it's just been it's really just been a different experience, honestly, with network marketing than I've ever had before. And I love the people that I've met so far, and I'm still very, very, very new to this. I haven't even been to any other events, and I'm just so excited to be partnering with such an amazing upline that's so dedicated to making such a difference in the world. So I'm just excited.
Well, and you can tell. And one of the things that I said this many times this week. We were on a call this week, and Becky can tell you, I've expressed this to people all the time. The way we keep people connected with this business is, let's just think about it like this. Okay. So we have once a month training in certain areas, like Georgia has a good training once a month. Here in Tampa, we have one. So I tell people all the time, where can you make residual income where 3 times a year and once a month you attend an event that teaches you how to grow your business? Okay. And I'll use Becky for example, because she has a weekly training call with her students, right? That her and Marie do, I think, right? You guys both do the calls together. Well, think about it. That's not once a month. That's not once every 3 months. That's once a week, And so it's it's very simple, because I just think that you can kind of see how taking somebody who's had a bad experience, and Becky can tell you that there's bad practitioners, there's bad chiropractors, there's all kinds of and I still believe that the best products are in the hands of the consumers. It's sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time around the wrong people. And so what we've learned about LifeVantage is that we are in the right place at the right time. We do have the right product, that we're not in competition with other people, that no one knows about, and we get the support that we need. Plus, we're with a very transparent company. We're with a publicly traded company that, I mean, this is funny. I talked with Becky about this about a week ago when I showed her some pictures of the corporate staff, right? I sent you those little text messages with all the corporate staff pictures. And when you look at those pictures, it's literally mind-blowing to think that all 6 of those people are involved in one company. If you get one of those people involved in your company at a time, it's like you look at I look at Dave Fleming, for instance. Dave has set up softwares for every network marketing company in the last 20 years. Like he's been contracted with almost every he started listing off all these different network marketing companies, right? And he's like, I've been offered a job by every one of them for 20 years. And this is the first company I ever even thought that I wanted to be a part of. So thank you for sharing your heart for just a couple minutes. Thanks for just being somebody like-minded that we love to connect with and that we have the opportunity to connect with. And, there's people on here tonight that if you don't know Becky, get to know Becky. If there's other people on here tonight that you don't know, get to know them. I just saw Eddie come on, and she just joined. I think I can see you there. Wave. I can see her. Yeah, there she is. She's like, oh God, can you guys see me? Right. I'm sure that's what you're thinking. Right. But, Chris is I'm going to have Chris come on, and I'm actually have him introduce her. But, Becky, thank you so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. I'm honored that I get the opportunity to work with Becky on a regular basis, and it's just awesome. So, Chris, can you, I don't know if your camera's on, if you can unmute, if you can. Are you?
You see me?
Oh yeah. Well, my boy said, I just got back from a run, little smelly or sweaty, but I'll hook it up. So
yes,
Chris has been doing a lot of stuff, and I wanted him to introduce his new distributor just so she can say hi. I already kind of did that, but he can still do it a little bit more. But to show the power of social media, I was telling Chris yesterday, that I signed up this professional skier, and Chris, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna share this. I had this bottle at the $1 Billion Body event, right? And he said it was like clockwork. Like when I got there, I had 2 Axios, and then about 3:00, I had 2 more, right? And he was like, dude, I kept wanting to come and asking you, what are you doing? But he said everybody else was just like drinking coffee and drinking these energy drinks, and and I'm watching you, and you're just like, you and Calvin are just like, and he said, dude, I wanted to know what you guys were doing. So I basically, and I put him on the phone with Calvin yesterday, and he was asking Calvin about MS, and I showed him some slides on MS. I told Chris this, I was at this group with a group of 100 men, and only one person knew about LifeVantage. And the person that knew about it was the guy we had on the call last week, was Nicholas. And I signed him up on the products this week. He's going to be using our activated essentials, and kind of got him to start understanding the power of nutrigenomics, because he takes supplements. And so I sent him the synergistic formulation of how the products are synergistic, because he was taking a lot of the ingredients separately. And so it's just funny how people really still haven't kind of grasped that understanding. So why don't you share a little bit about what you've been doing on social media, how you met our new friend, and just kind of what's been going on with that. And the reason we do this, guys, is so you can see some excitement in people. Like, I just was looking at Eddie's Facebook page, and she was talking about how excited she is. And guys, if you're not excited, then you don't really truly understand where this is going. And, I showed this at a training, one of the first trainings I did when I was up in Toledo, and I showed what happened to Apple as they kind of went through the curve, Chris, and you remember that slide that I showed. And then, and they almost fired Steve Jobs numerous times. And then boom, 7,000% increase in revenue, from bankrupt to us almost having to have a dumb phone. Like, I know some people have other phones other than Macs, but Chris, why don't you just talk a little bit about what you've been doing, talk about some things you guys got in the works, and then, just take it from there, brother. Do what's on your heart. Say what's on your heart.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, you did catch me right out of a run. So threw the hat on, sitting here stinking up the place.
Love it.
But yeah, what I've been doing is kind of what you hit on a little bit right before you introduced me. Is you said something about how Brandon went 60,000 in like one day to get to Pro 10, and he had this massive group of people out there just doing the business and excited about it and pushing it, and that's what got into his volume. Well, I looked at how we tell our story. You talked a little bit today about telling your story while we're excited. And we always say that network marketing is all about storytelling. So I caught on to Facebook story ads. I thought it was a great way to, talk a little bit about me and validate some other people and put it into a story and target a certain group. And that the group will, this targeted group is going to relate to my content. And they're going to know, like, this is their pain. It's their pain. They're going to feel it, and they're going to read this, and they're going to want to know more information. So what I did is I did that. And you can imagine now it'll reach potentially up to 2,000 people for a certain dollar amount if you boost this post. So while I'm prospecting people face-to-face every single day, and trying to figure out ways and I visited a couple of dairy farms, and I've got some cards, and I've got to get with Kurt to get those people hooked up on a phone call. Facebook's doing the work for me. So as I'm out working my job, talking people face to face and doing things, I've got Facebook going through about 2,000 people, putting my ad in front of them, and these people are reaching out. So what Mike was talking about is I end up getting a distributor from Bangkok, Thailand. Her name's Eden. And her and I have become like best friends. Every single day we talk on Messenger. I'm always feeding her information. I'm always helping her out. She's asking me questions. We're doing calls. This lady is keeping me busy. And I know we kind of caught her really early in the morning. Sorry, Eden. I know that you guys are, 11 hours ahead of us. So, 7, 8 in the morning is where you're at now. While we're wrapping up our day, you're just starting it. But she's been busy, and she's already enrolled 2 people. We've already done multiple calls with other people. We're doing Zoom launch calls. We had a little bit of a hiccup on the one, and we're going to try it again this Saturday. But she's excited because she's already got people confirmed, and she's got this massive group. And I think she even reached out to one of her friends, believe it or not, in Japan. And she said that her friend said that her friends and family in Japan are already doing LifeVantage. And how crazy is that? So here, we're starting to see that it's starting to build. People are starting to hear about it, know about it. But Eden, you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you'd like to come on and say hi. Yeah, you want to? Great. Awesome. So Mike, can you unmute her, or does she have to unmute herself? Oh, she's unmuted.
So Eden, you let her tell her story.
Yes,
why don't you just tell your story? Just say hi. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Would you like to?
All you have to do is just tell who you are, Eden. You're great. You're an amazing person. They're gonna love you. I guarantee it.
Hi.
It's okay.
she's
Yeah.
she's so shy.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just tell them what you do, and just tell them how you and I come across each other, and just let them know how you and I are working so far apart, but yet we're still so close. Doing through the technology.
Yeah, actually, it was when I saw the ad of Chris. It was like I didn't know about this ad, and then so when I like found about this, and it was he was also very excited to show to me what's the company, and then um when I have a lot when I was really so curious about it, so it was also like tell me everything, and then because of that, um so from there my curiosity grows, and then I became like I feel like I really like the company, and then when everything like I really need to know about it, Grace is always there to answer all my questions, like giving me um links to like prove to me what should I know, and yeah, so I feel like this is my own business already. Like I want to do it. Like I'm so passionate. Like right now I'm so excited, and so that's why like I'm spreading it out. I already have my friend in Australia also that I I share this with, and also yeah, Japan. I also share it there,
Wow.
and so like almost all my time, I'm thinking who is the person that I'm going to share it like that. So like what right now that's my disposition. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm thinking of a person. Like I'm going to share this to this person. I'm going to share this to this group of people like that. Yeah. So
Awesome.
right
Awesome.
now this kind of thing really like consumed me. I told Chris about this, and yeah, so when I also like things like negative things that I have found out, I also tell him like Chris, this is the thing that I have found in the web, and it's like disturbing me. Yeah, so he also explained to me, and he tells me, yeah, and then every time I hear any like trainings from you guys there, and it will also like build me up again, and then there I am again. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So I'm so thankful that um I found this company, and I found Chris, and he's so helpful, and he really gives me all my needs to know about this company.
Awesome. 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 Well, we're honored to have you. I know we caught you in the morning, which is a lot different for you and than it is for us. You guys are up and we're ready to go to bed and you're getting up. So, but I'm excited to do the call for you on Saturday. And just thanks for sharing a little bit today. I really appreciate you being on, and I'm excited to work with you. I'm excited to see your growth, and we'll be doing this, Eddie, for a long time. So we look forward to helping you and you being a part of what LifeVantage is, and you're one of the reasons why all of us do this, because we want to be connected with passionate people. So thanks for sharing your heart a little bit.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eden.
Chris, you want to just kind of give us maybe an update a little bit of just kind of what type of things you're doing, how, just maybe give a recap of some of the things that Brandon's been talking about and Chris has been Tim has been talking about, just kind of how you're doing about that. And then we'll close with that.
Yeah, those guys are really doing a great job feeding on how to really get the basics of 101 of social media and how to connect with people, try to add 3 to 5 new people to your business, or to your Facebook page every day. Every day you want to be constantly posting some sort of content, some sort of things. They're working on soft sells, kind of hard advertisements where Brandon put a really awesome picture of his coffee cup, and then he dumped the curb into it, but you can't see what it is. and then people are curious, and then that opens the door for him to obviously message them and tell them what he's doing, get the product out there, get it sold, and talk about it a little bit. So they're doing that. And also branding yourself. You have to, I've been branding myself, and what I've tried to do is I didn't bring any of my friends from my original Facebook page, the one that I started with, my profile that shows kind of my everyday life. But I created a whole new one. And what I do is I boost posts for a couple of bucks a day. I find some great content. Mike, you posted something one day that just really hit me. It was a great picture, great saying. I posted it, I boosted it, and it got over 400 likes.
Wow.
That gave me the opportunity to go through and just start inviting people into my business page, my branding page, and get these new people from, people like countries like Thailand or Australia or UK or Germany. I will tell you this, I am going to try to start finding people in Germany right now. I call it stocking the shelves. So when we launch, I can already build a relationship with these people. And, when I want to introduce the business to them, they'll already kind of see what direction I am. If I'm a leader, my belief in health and wellness, I'm a family guy. Those are kind of the 3 core values that I talk about on my branding page, and that's the content I post. And I'm reading a book right now by Gary V, Jab, 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 Right Hook, and he talks about giving content, just 80% giving, 20% asking, and all I do is provide value, 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 value. So when it gets to a point where it's time to roll, I can then go ahead and offer that opportunity and see if they'd be interested in it. They'll know a little bit about me, a little bit more about my leadership. They'll see that I'm involved in something. They're not knowing what I'm involved in. And that's the key. I don't post about LifeVantage. I don't post about Protandem. I just give valued health tips, leadership guidance, and I talk a little bit about family. So
Dude,
that's kind of what we're working on.
That's awesome. And I just want to show you guys something, show you kind of what Chris is talking about. So this is, and Chris, you can tell me if you can see this once I pull it up. Let's see here. Can y'all see that?
Me.
Can you see the Facebook there?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what branding is. Okay. This is, and let me show you guys some other things. And just so you know, unless you're going to put something from the LV Share or the LV Move app, just kind of look at some of these things. Here's some of the things that Chris is talking about that are being posted, like leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. We rise by lifting others. I posted this. There's some new story. This got on my other page a ton of likes. So you can see there are 86,400 seconds in a day. It's up to you to decide what you do. So those are kind of the things that Chris is talking about from a branding standpoint, because they represent who you are and what you stand for. And so I've never done this before. This is kind of crazy. The guy Calvin that we've had on a couple times on Brandon's calls that does social media. I know Julie's on, she's hired him, and he does these posts for me. And he just told me to get rid of 1,000 friends on Facebook, which was fun. I said, Chris, you know how hard it is to get rid of 1,000 friends. It's just a pain in the neck. But I've got rid of 400, so I've got 600 to go. It's just like you scroll through until you find people that you're like, who's that, right? And so why is that? Because we're creating an audience, and this is just something I want to finish with before we go, and I'll finish with this. And Chris and I have talked about this before. If you have people that are no longer in LifeVantage, take them off your Facebook page. I know you want to be friends with everybody, but Chris and I know that you always take the chance of them posting something you may not like, or making it like today. I saw a former LifeVantage guy make a post on somebody, and I turned around and then the post was off. So the person didn't realize that they had people that, and a lot of the times, it's hard to have a lot of LifeVantage people on your Facebook feeds. If you have like 1,000 friends, and Chris is agreeing with me because those are the only ones that see your post or comment on them. And we want new people to like our posts. So I stepped out of my comfort zone today, and Calvin told me to make my profile public. Okay. So I'm just giving you guys a little idea of how to create a following. Make your you can still say that only you can see your friends, but make your Facebook page public. That way you're getting new people. And the first day I did it, I had 10 new people asked to add me on Facebook. And what I did is I just went and looked at them, saw who they are, what they stood for, and why they wanted to add me. And Chris, like you said, you saw a couple things that were posted that you liked. You went and reposted them. I started getting 10 and 15 reposts of those branding things every single day. So thanks for sharing a little bit about what's going on. And thanks.
Shirt say M on it.
Oh, Lisa wants to know why your shirt says M on it.
Morale. That's the running shoe I like for trails.
We thought
Very comfortable. So there's a plug.
Maybe
they'll sponsor me someday.
Well, it's kind of funny. The skier guy said, he goes, I'm real picky about anything that I put in my body or that I sponsor. I have to really feel like they have morals and ethics and value. And this is funny. He goes, LifeVantage is the first nutrition company that I've ever really felt comfortable with. And so I thought that was a huge thing. So guys, thanks to everybody for being on tonight. We had a great turnout tonight. Great content with Becky and everybody and Eddie and Chris. So guys, next Thursday, I'm going to have a special guest. I can't tell you who it's going to be, but I'll probably tell you during the week. Listen, if you haven't signed up for the Orlando Elite Academy, I'm just letting you know this mindset. We just had an elite call the other day, and the only people that are ranking advancing are people that are attending events. So there does happen, things happen, but you have enough time now till November to switch some things around, make a commitment being there. We want to have 200 people from our group in Orlando. So start spreading the word, start getting people. It's a sacrifice, but if you want your business to grow, you want to treat it like a business, you make sacrifices. And you heard it from Becky tonight. It's a different set. It's a different mindset. And so, although your little girl's a little cute, she's so cute. Look at how she's got her little girl sitting on her lap. That's awesome. I love these type of things. That's awesome. This is why you do this business, girlfriend, for that one right there on your lap. That's the reason why you do it. So, guys, God bless you all. Have an amazing week. Let's take some action. Let's set up some launch calls. Let's take action. Divorce the outcome and marry the process. I see Q said that to me this week. He says, Mike, I just realized that I have to divorce the outcome and marry the process and just rebrand myself, I'm going to leave you with this. Brandon told me this week, Calvin told me this week, and you guys heard it from Nicholas last week. We have the greatest product in the history of this industry. We can prove it. It doesn't matter what people say. We've been able to prove that. Fastest to 200 million with one product. But do you know why the majority of people join this business? Because of you. Because of people that you just heard talk. Because they want somebody who is passionate, who's caring and humble and moldable and teachable. And that's why we do this. We do this because the people that finish the race are the ones that are going to be a part of this when it's $1 billion company. Whether you started out really fast or really slow, or your business went back and now it's going forward, that's normal. It happens in every company. So let's continue. Let's finish out this last 5 or 6 days of the month really hard, and let's get some people on the phone. I've been doing 3-way phone calls, and guess what happens when we do 3-way phone calls? People sign up. She's so cute. It's awesome. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a good night.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye, Eden.